can't do business. You need to tell your fans to stop calling. And that was from the legal department, so I had to go back and take things off and, you know, stuff like that. So it was good, man. It wasn't like I said, hey, call Megaforce, or hey, you know, I was like, if you all want me to do it, then I did it for you guys. And I think that's why I was taken care of. And you go read stuff on TMZ and everything else. Just, you know, I just don't like all that negative stuff. I like to be positive in life, you know. We'll go 1, 2, and then we'll go 3.
Okay. Mine's kind of like a little two-parter, and it's something not to do with the Power Rangers. What made you like transition to MMA?
I've always done karate my whole life. The name Fearless Frank came from Fearless Frank Brothers. It was me and my brother, and we pretty much went anywhere and fought anybody. And when we go to a tournament, we can line up to who we want to line up to. My brother always lined up to the biggest dude, you know. And I was like, hey, dude, just work your way up to that, man, you know. And he's like, no, just get rid of it. Just do it now and get rid of it. So we were called the Fearless Frank Brothers on tour, and we would just go and fight everywhere. And we were so ahead of our times that the only thing we didn't do was wrestle. And in high school, I didn't want to wrestle because I didn't want to be in spandex. So I read an article by Forrest Griffin that said, you know, he just loves punching people in the face for fun. People ask me about how you can put Christianity into MMA. MMA is a sport.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people take it good. Some people push it too far. But go watch the fighters. You know, pray. You know, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, like Jones. And it's a job. It sounds funny, but your job is to punch him in the face and knock him out. It's a sport that you both agree to. So there's no like, you know, that's so violent. If you think it's violent, just don't watch it. Violence was created before TV cameras were created. And we got blamed for every violent thing on Power Rangers. So I posted the Halloween video, those kids punching each other. I've been teaching values since 1993. If you're not educated in what martial arts is, it's dangerous. I would do interviews all the time, and people would be like, oh, you know, we'll send Jason in because he knows how to handle all those politics. And so I'd go in, and they say, is martial arts violent? I'd be like, yep, absolutely. And they're like, promoters are like, no, producers. I said, if you're not educated into what karate is. If your kids are educated, they'll be disciplined. They won't use karate. They'll do, you know what I mean? And so if you're educated, it's like definitely, you know, something positive that kids can learn. So that's kind of how I got into MMA.
And isn't it true they also, I heard you challenged Austin St. John to an MMA fight?
You know, that was for fun because you have to understand, if you go to nopinkSpandex.com, okay, Amy Jo, the Pink Ranger, interviews. She will back up my story that there's a lot of stories, and I just can't stand the stories of, you know, I'm an underground fighter, I killed a guy. No, for real. I mean, for real. I killed him, and the worst part it was his birthday. It's like, dude, I don't got time to hear these stories. So it's always I fight. If you fight, cool, let's give something for the fans. Ranger versus Ranger, we can blow it up. I called, he never called me back. You know, I called and said, I won't hurt you, I won't knock you out. Let's just we had the fight covered.
Oh, did you?
One of Tito's companies had it, offered $25,000, so I thought at that time that was good for him. I wasn't doing it for the money, it just would have been fun. I haven't heard, nor have I heard from Van Dam, who wanted to fight. They said, well, he's old, he's 49. So what, I'm 40, who cares? We're both old, let's just get in there and do it. You know, I haven't heard from him. CM Punk said he'll fight me.
Really?
I haven't heard from CM Punk.
No way.
You know, you can't
He's not wrestling now, so you could.
No, he's business. You can't say, yo, I'll fight you, well then let's go. Let's get this going right now. It's not just for publicity, it's for fun. You know what I mean? So there you go, CM Punk. How about that?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he said in his panel, my fans said, they stood up and they said, hey, can you beat Jason Frank? He's like, who? What color is he? And they all laughed, and he's like, I highly doubt you could beat Jason David Frank. Blah, 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 blah. And he was like, they're like, would you fight him? And he's like, yeah, I would fight him. And so, you know, you got to be careful on what you say because, you know, it's like, it's important.
Yeah.
You know, especially in this world.
Oh, for sure.
And there's a lot of hype that always goes into MMA. There's a lot of BS that goes into MMA. Hey, fight me, I'll do this, I'll do that, and, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah. First of all, did you guys bring your one item that you want me to sign?
Yeah.
Because what I do is I sign the pictures for you anyway. This doesn't count as your one item. I just want to give back to you all. I'll give you all this picture. If you want me to sign one item, what we'll do is you can leave your stuff at the thing because sometimes people come out, take pictures, and drop everything. No one will steal nothing. If we do, we'll lock the door, beat them up, teach values.